There's mad outfits and they. Okay, we live right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like so passionate.
I like to give y'all a little bit of leeway until people start actually tuning in. Cause it ain't like, hey,
That's true.
you know what
That's
I mean?
true.
So,
Let me go into the video.
Yeah.
So, well, you know.
y'all can get situated and wait for some people to show up and then actually start the show while you're still live.
True.
That is true.
True.
Otherwise, you're talking
Well, welcome.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Wednesday.
We're all like,
You caught us talking. Nah. So there's so much controversy with this Gucci, Prada, but it's not just that turtleneck, V. I have to pull it up for you because this is deeper than rap. Katy Perry has it. Like, so many people did it.
Okay.
And when you see it, there was a designer, a black designer that said his inspiration was Bozo the Clown. But the other ones that I saw, it's clear that's what they use. That's what they used to use. But I'm gonna pull it up. Go ahead. Talk to the people
Listen,
while I pull it up.
I'm kind of scared to talk to the people because I mean, this is such a crazy subject, and it's like you never know what to think of. So, like, we're all divided here. There's a lot of people that are saying that it is blackface and it's disrespectful, and then you have other people that are saying that it's just a ski mask. Granted, okay, the red lips, granted, but
Watch. No, I have to show you all of them like this. It's everywhere. Like, they're blatantly putting it everywhere. This is what they used to use to talk about black people.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Thank you. See,
That's
it's
crazy.
because we weren't around back then. This right here,
I wish we could show you
I
guys.
know. Let me try to get up. This right here is my new swag.
No, this is not the swag.
Is what they used to, show and display African American people. That's how they. Before, let me tell you something, because a lot of these kids don't know where blackface came from. Blackface is because they didn't want to pay black people to be in a movie or in a show, so they would literally paint a white person black to put them in a movie because they wasn't about to pay no black person to be in a movie. So that was the original
Intention?
Yeah, like, I don't know what symbolism. So when you see all of these things now that have that, it's like, wow, you try to pull a fast one. So for this to look like that, it was like, oh, that was a shot. Gucci took a shot.
Honestly,
Gucci Mane.
Then this, for them to have the little monkeys are a thing though.
but that's a monkey.
But I think it's the red lips.
Ain't no goddamn monkey.
It's
It's blackface.
Thank you. It's the red lips.
You know got lips that damn red.
Maybe not red per se.
I showed her this and I showed her this is why, because this is what the symbol used to be.
That's a fact. Show all monkey.
So, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, and this was a good analogy of the whole thing, is that someone said, if Gucci, we think they did it by mistake and put out an apology, but if you're the owner of Gucci and you want hip hop to stop rocking Gucci and taking over Gucci, because if you notice, Versace, Gucci, that's been in every hip hop video. That's the wave right now, whether it's real, fake, looks like Versace, looks like Gucci, walks like a Gucci, they gonna wear it.
Hogs like a Gucci.
So
Hold up, man. We got a celebrity in the building. Sup, Piper Boy. Shout out to Piper Boy. I don't know what he doing over here, but I see you over here.
So
Shout out to Piper Boy.
whatchamacallit, they turned around, apologized, but what I
But
really
did you see Beyonce shit?
Yes.
I
Beyonce
don't
wore
know.
a black one. A
She
long
wore
time ago, they pulled it up, and it was a black jacket with the face on it.
You know what's fucked up is I had it last night on the Oxtail show. And
And the designer came out and said that his inspiration was Bozo the Clown, but he could see the correlation. So I believe, in my heart of hearts, that Gucci did it on purpose because they wanted people to stop rocking it. You
see that
V?
shit?
It'll pop up here in a second.
I'm like,
They probably wanted the hip hop community to stop rocking it. Then I see Katy Perry had the shoes. Katy Perry had those in her shoes. Somebody else had it. Let me tell you, these elites have their own little agenda. their own little meetings and their own little kiki inside jokes.
But Katy Perry, though.
Absolutely, Katy Perry. Katy Perry's one of the worst ones, and I'll tell you why. I don't want to get into conspiracies.
But see, this is my.
She's a racist?
That's what they're trying to say with
this. I won't say it. I won't peg her as a racist, but
black,
I think she's part of the agenda and will do what she's told.
It has a face with jewels on it, and it has the lips. But my thing is, she has 3 different styles of that shoe. There's a beige one, there's a green one, and there's the black one. So, should we be saying something about the beige one as well?
Well, no.
Should we be like, oh my God, that's white face?
Look up, put Katy Perry's racist shoes. and it'll come up. See, like this, I don't want to fangirl because it's Beyonce, but I could see where they got that from. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's still considered blackface, still not.
But it is blackface,
right? I thought that was a little.
I just think my whole point with this is, don't be outraged by one thing and then.
Oh, damn.
You see
on the side, what?
I don't know about that, yo.
What?
The
shoes?
Hold on, let me see.
It's a little blatant.
Well, you know what? It's hard because I guess the timing.
It is the timing.
Because they look like Mr. Potato Head shoes. You know what I mean? Because I see
my
the white
thing
ones.
is how come all of these companies have the similar design? I feel like that was like a little he. We're gonna throw this out there in there, throw it in there. I could see Gucci doing it because hip hop has taken over that. But anyway, we all know that they've been putting out racist stuff. Soulja Boy came out and called out Floyd Mayweather because Mayweather apparently didn't continue to boycott.
Mayweather?
And he, I guess, was rocking Gucci, so he got called out on it.
Yeah, there's the shoes in different styles and everything.
See, that looks more Native American-ish to me, like put together.
But that's why I'm saying, like,
it's the red lips. The red lips is blackface.
So if a designer wants to make a face in something, it just could be any other color, but absolutely no red lipstick
with black. I mean, it's not our fault.
How old are these shoes?
It's not our fault that they chose blackface to be blackface when blackface was out. It's like, I feel like this is a low-key let's make America great again statement that they're trying to do. I don't know
how I feel about it, to be honest. When
was the last time America was great to begin with?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
I don't know. I really don't know what to think. I just feel like everybody's on board with this. Like, it's like a bandwagon. That's all I'm really trying to say.
But now that you saw the original blackface, how do you feel? Because you didn't see that before.
Well, with the Gucci, okay.
Gucci man.
Honestly, when I first saw the ski mask thing, I thought that it was a ski mask. That's how I looked at it. How many times have I not drawn ski mask designs
with
that I wanted to put on shirts?
Something. Okay.
And obviously the ski mask is black because that's the color that they are. And did you not see that I designed lips on mine too? Yeah. And they were nice and full because a bitch has
maybe
nice
they
full
should have
lips.
had a black person model it because that little white girl just didn't do it.
Yo,
it
I ain't gonna
crazy.
lie. The concept is fire. But the blackface is what killed the whole fucking idea of it.
Like, I tried to picture it on somebody else, and I just couldn't see why they would want that. And then I'm like, it's the little white girl that makes it look crazy. So, seeing it on the little white girl.
Okay, so my whole thing is like, all right, so there's no outrage for Beyonce. We're just gonna let that slide.
No, everybody.
No one's angry with her. It's okay if she does it. But if everybody else does it, then we're all fucked up.
Jay-Z had it in his video.
That designer is the only one I think that spoke on it because he was a black designer.
I just think we're in a time where everyone is trying so hard to have a problem with something, and everyone's sensitive, and everyone's going back and forth with these things.
That's a fact.
My whole thing is, if exactly, so if you're gonna be mad about something, then really stick to it. If you're really saying, you know, we're gonna cancel, I still see people going to H&M. I still see people supporting racist people. I still see people.
Went to Gucci the other day.
Yeah.
Thank you. I still see people standing for this. So my whole thing is, don't go on social media and have this whole rant and hashtag movement
That's
but
true.
then you're over here still purchasing and still buying and accepting things from these people that are clearly, and then don't even get me started.
Oh, don't get started,
Don't
Z.
even get me started. How about how many times us, anyone, period, people like us make shirts, make apparel for people that, you know, for all of us. And how many times do I see people rather go to the store and spend $50 on a sweater that has probably 2 words on it
than to
come and support a black-owned business or a Spanish, or who cares where you're from business. But just as long as you're supporting each other, because Macy's already is Macy's. We don't need to support them. They're good.
That reminds me, Russell Simmons made a statement about all of this. And he said that the reason why he has an issue and he thinks it's disrespectful is because being in fashion, because remember, he had Fat Farm, Kimora had Baby Fat, Diddy had Sean John, what's his face? What did Jay-Z have?
Yeah, Rockefeller.
I was gonna say Sean's son. Is it his name Sean too? He had Rockefeller. J-Lo had J-Lo. And Russell Simmons said, being in that industry, he saw how they treat the hip hop community and people outside of their normal Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Versace. He was like, cause Fat Farm was doing amazing. Baby Fat was doing amazing. Sean John doing amazing. He goes, and you know what they did? They gave us 6 months and they started discounting our items. They made us look cheap. We didn't do that. He was basically saying their sales wasn't matching what was going on in the stores. And for even J-Lo, I bought a whole J-Lo velour suit. Like, I was big on that whole stuff.
The name J-Lo is synonymous. Am I saying that right? Synonymous with hip-hop.
Right.
Jennifer Lopez.
Could have, right. If she would have put Jennifer Lopez, she'd have had good form jeans. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would have cost $100,000.
Yeah.
So once Russell Simmons put it that way, I could see how the old school fashion industry that we study, love, look at, that goes far back to Paris and Italy and all this stuff, I could see them not wanting hip hop to be a part of that.
Of course. And I've definitely heard that before. That's definitely been a subject that's been, you know, said, a topic that's been touched plenty of times by famous people, by celebrities, by the people that get to wear these brands, and they see, you know, the way that they treat other people that maybe aren't famous or maybe don't have the status or whatever the case.
That's so crazy, man.
But my thing is, are we all gonna bitch about it, or are we all gonna stop buying designer? Because if you're gonna talk about Gucci, then you gotta say fuck everyone. If you're gonna say fuck Gucci because they don't want to see other people win, then fuck everybody. I mean, we could. We could. So,
before we get into the Grammys, let me just shout out Russell Wilson, because, you know, there's losers like Future that call him. What did Future try to say about Russell Wilson? He said that he was whipped by Ciara, and he does whatever Ciara says. Sounds like Diary of a Mad Hater, no good man. So Russell Wilson gifted Ciara her masters and the rights to all her music. He purchased it and then gave it to her for her birthday. And you want to know how psycho I am? I sat up all night and was like, so does that technically make him part owner of it because he initially purchased it and then gave it to her? Did he write a contract stating this is all yours?
Sure.
Or because he bought it, he owns a percentage too? And that's sick of me to have thought that. This man just did the nicest thing ever. And I'm sitting here like,
no.
Is it her?
I mean, we don't know what goes on in their life, but I really think that Russell is that dude. Like,
yo, he really is. God bless him. God bless him.
And swooped the whole family up and then made it better.
They're so good.
He's what they needed at that time. Like, she's been played and thrown around and talked about and all this extra shit. Russell's what she needed.
Future is the equivalent to a bird. Like, only a bird would be like, oh, that guy, he's soft. He does whatever she wants. Yeah, takes care of your kid, you loser. Like, what do you mean?
I know a lot of Futures.
Like, what? Like, that sickens me. And what's even crazier is that there's probably females in this world that would be like, oh, Russell, he's soft. Soft? That's a man, honey. Like,
see,
what
but
you
everyone
mean?
has different. 10 years ago, you couldn't tell us that was a man.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we would have been like, ew.
Absolutely.
We would have been like, ew, and then went for the guy with the Acura. Like, come on, like it. You gotta be in the right state of mind for these blessings.
I'd have been locked out my room, telling Future he wasn't getting none. I've been on the first thing smoking.
You would have been on the first flight home getting flew
I
back.
can't. It sickens me that is a lifestyle. Not even in hip hop, not even for rappers, not even for the industry. Like real life, I see posts where guys think like working women are whack or smart women are corny, and women who think good guys are like dumb or something. Like, what is it? What do you people want?
I mean, what girl's not gonna say that she wants a guy that's aggressive but not too aggressive, someone that wants to cuddle you but not smother you, someone that, you know, goes out and has a job and has a life, but someone that's with you at all times. Like, you seen there was like a meme or something going around, and I said something like that
I need
before.
you to be busy, but I need you to be available.
Right.
When I need you. I need you to be...
I need you to not sweat me, but I need you to be like, babe, where are you? Every
It's a
time
balance.
I'm not around.
It's a balance, and I'm pretty sure that it exists. It's just, I tell females all the time, if you can't handle a dude that's busy, then that means you want a dude that's going to lay on your couch.
Right.
And that's not cool. Get you a Russell Wilson. That's going to
Get
part
you a
own your
Russell.
masters. I don't know what his angle was. I'm going to not be a psycho and give him the benefit of the doubt that he gave her the whole thing. Okay? We'll go with that. Now let's get into some Grammy talk. Because there's certain aspects of things that you know that I didn't know. Now, we all know Nicki didn't get a Grammy. No shade. No shade to Nicki that Nicki didn't get a Grammy.
Well,
ever.
I mean, is it shade when that's the first thing you gotta say?
Because that's the controversy. The controversy is that Cardi B got a Grammy. She's one of the first female hip-hop artists to get a Grammy. And the first thing that everybody else said was, I saw a meme that said, Cardi has a husband, a baby, and a Grammy. Nicki's just 37. And that was so mean, That's not funny. I love Nicki Minaj. I don't like when Nicki's bitter. But in this instance, I don't think she was bitter. I don't think she mentioned anything about the Grammys. She didn't.
You don't
mention
think
it.
she was bitter? You don't think it was a salty
I
bitch
thought you
move?
were on Nicki's side.
No, but let's call a spade a spade. You're telling me that she wasn't salty as hell when she put that list out that Cardi just so happened to didn't top yet?
Definitely. When I saw
That's
that
shade.
post,
like,
yeah.
you could have easily
You could have saved that shit for a
congratulations
Wednesday.
to everyone. That you could have saved that for Throwback Thursday.
You could have saved that. You could have saved that for another. When the Grammys just
But
happened, you put a post
She's
to
so
say that.
petty that she just could not help herself. She had to do it. She just had to throw some type of shade. And Nicki's way of throwing shade is, let me say something without saying it.
So the Barbs could attack. So that they could do the dirty work for her. And now, she got on Meek. Everybody was happy Meek came home. They made all these videos and statements about Free Meek Mill and the justice system. Meek's come out. He's been all over CNN. I am honestly so proud of Meek Mill and the man that he has become. I listen to him and he sounds like a totally different person. Or he's always been that person. We just didn't get the opportunity to get to know him. So really,
because we met Twitter fingers.
Right, we met Twitter fingers.
So it took a while.
So Meek Mill made a song with Drake. He had Drake on his new album. And turns around, Nicki gets on the same beat and basically does a diss track to Meek and Drake.
Wait,
so,
what song is this?
The one I was just playing right before we started. That she was
Tatiana?
like, no. The other one that she was like, I heard my brother try to end me, dog. It was back to back. Now y'all something like, I don't know. But she was a little bitter critter in there, I will admit. But the Grammy. So Cardi won the Grammy. Let me tell you how BET done put their foot all the way in their mouth. Now, as an intern for BET, you should know better. Even when I interned for Hot 97, I knew better than to write certain things, word things a certain way, because this is not your personal blog. You're representing a company. So anything you say, you're saying it as BET. How do you not understand that? So somebody, some little catty commented on the post that said Cardi won her Grammy, and she put, and Nicki still being dragged by her lace front. So Nicki immediately posted, I will not be performing in this year's BET Experience, whatever, the festival. So then all of the barbs were like, I want my money back. I'm getting my money back, this, and that. So Nicki's like, I would, boo. I would see if you could get your money back. They said BET's website crashed because that's how many people were trying to dispute the payment and to try to get their money back because of Nicki. So Nicki backed out of BET. BET issued a statement. Half of these people were like, I don't give a they didn't care. So Nicki posted her convo with Lil Wayne.
She's such a bitter critter.
What's crazy is that her fans don't get that. And it's because they're just as bitter.
Right.
So bitter bitches can't spot a bitter bitch because you two were busy being a bitter bitches. Thank you. Now, this is an issue I had that I argued with an old friend over fucking Nicki Minaj, dog. And my thing is, you can't just be a yes man because it's Nicki. If Nicki was your friend and you saw her, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the dude she's dating. I'm not saying he's a bad dude. But as a successful successful millionaire, I'm going to be like, Ma, you deserve better. We are adults. I'm not saying you got to go marry a scientist. You can marry, someone who used to be a gang member. But not the dude that just came out last month. I refuse to let any of my friends do that.
I mean, but we don't know.
Oh, all right. If Apple came out right now and I said V, I think I'm going to get...
Don't even.
Thank you.
We don't...
Why are none of her friends telling her? All right.
Because she has all the money, so what do you need
I'm broke, baby, and you'll still tell me not to go back to that. But so now imagine if I had millions. I had millions and I was like, yo, Apple coming home. I really want to hang out with him. This, and that.
I would lock you in a box.
Thank you.
But that's only because you're my best friend.
So where is Nicki's friends? And what's everything?
Encouraged. Nicki's friends are twerking in the background, pilled up on Percocet. Sorry.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So, again, like I said, I love Nicki Minaj. I just feel like she's making bad choices right now. Like we all do in between relationships. This is normal. This happens. But what I'm not going to do is let you barbs continue to make her think she's right.
I mean, that's what all these fans do.
I don't want anybody talking bad about her. I don't think that anybody should congratulate Cardi by putting down Nicki. I don't think that's right either. But I don't think that her fans should be sitting here allowing her to be like that. I'd be like, sis.
I will say, I think it's so corny that we're doing this when it comes to women doing things and being successful.
Right, humble.
It could never be more than one for some reason. It's almost like this world is not ready to let women do what they got to do. Why do we always have to say who's better? Who looks better? Shade Room being shady.
I hate that.
Who wore this better? Who did it first? Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't even like when they do that with food. I don't even like when they be like, one gotta go mac and cheese.
I mean, that's
chicken.
Whatever.
But they do that with females.
I be stressing when I see those posts. I be like, oh my God. I can't let go
and I go off. If it's like Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki, and Cardi, and I always comment, there's enough room for all four of them.
Which is true, though. We should really, as a society, if we want to move forward.
Stop picking. Why we gotta pick?
Making these things issues, then we need to take it upon ourselves to make sure we are setting boundaries around all these things, whether it's racial, whether it's just the way that you are set up, period.
Right.
Like we need to put boundaries on what we're willing to accept and what we're gonna completely cancel out and forget about all over again.
And I hate those friends that won't say nothing until you leave that person. once Nicki breaks up with that guy, all her friends are gonna be like, girl, you was too good for him. I knew you shouldn't have did that. So why y'all don't tell her now, bro? Why you don't tell her she's acting crazy now? I wish the same people that said it after would have said it at the time.
Listen.
That'd be totally different. Totally different.
It's just
so
she's in a weird. I feel like, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say this again. I just feel like she's so out of it. I feel like there's a big influence in her, and I feel like the decisions she's making is not sober Nicki Minaj. I feel like a lot of things are kind of like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to say you're on something, Percocet, but I do think that whatever it is, you're on something, and it's not making you think clearly.
I don't know how they could do all of this on drugs.
And also, it's almost like you were so high off of yourself, going from here when you first came out with the mixtapes when you was real bad, because that was my favorite Nicki, to where we are today, you know, mainstream Nicki, you know, out there and popping and throwing, like, come on. It's a totally different person that we're looking at now. And I feel like she's big on herself. Like, are you that, what's the word?
Vain.
Are you that vain that you think
I'm
that
like,
you
vain,
could be the only female in hip-hop? Let alone rap, but in hip-hop, you think you can be the only?
And I'm telling you,
I'm telling you though, that
it's because
so
she got
corny
spoiled. She was spoiled for a little while. She held it down for a long time. Nobody really gave her problems.
No one wants to take that away from me.
My thing is, when Cardi came out, I still wouldn't have felt like it was there. To me, they're different.
Right.
They're totally different.
Why compare them? You can't.
Why not want to get them both on a stage? Why not want to get them both on a track? Why not want to get like... Why not try to capitalize on that?
On the upside, we've talked negative. Now let's bring it back and be a little positive. On the upside, did you see how many women in hip-hop and just women in general came together to congratulate Cardi?
And Michelle Obama.
Loved it.
She was there.
That's what I want to see. I want to see women start being more supportive of women. Like,
Facts.
if we want our kids to be better, and I don't care if I sound corny, but if we do want our kids to be better, we have to start making better decisions. The same things that we would bitch at them and be like, don't fucking do that. Yeah. Go look at the mirror and tell yourself, don't fucking do that.
And a lot of these girls that are young and do have kids, or even you people who are not young that have kids, you have to remember when you're chit-chatting with your friends hating on females, your kids are listening to that. Mm-hmm. So if you're sitting here body shaming or talking about people, how do you think your kid feels? Your kid is gonna go to school, grow up with these same things in their head. Absolutely. Try to match up to these unrealistic expectations, which big shout out to Alicia Keys. I wanted to put the biggest fangirl post for Alicia Keys because her hosting the Grammys to me was everything. Her on both of those pianos. Alicia Keys made it cool to be yourself. Growing up, when Alicia Keys came out, I could have cried. She looked like me. Her voice was deep like mine. She was normal like me. She didn't know how to do all that makeup like I don't know how to do it. And I think that we need to promote those females just as much as we promote all the other females.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Everyone, we all need to promote each other. Yep. But let's get a little bit off the Grammys because fuck the Grammys. I didn't even watch the Grammys. Right. All I was looking at was post and shade room because I wanted to see the fashion. That's what I was there for. Right. I wanted to see who wore what.
Did you see the girl that wore the Build the Wall?
Yeah. How could I not?
That
was one of the...
What a clown.
The main dummies, like... You know how there's worse dressed? And that was, like... there's no way you could have avoided that bitch. Sorry, girl. But moving forward, I do want to say... I do want to stress something real quick. Blueface.
Talk about it.
Tatiana. How do you genuinely feel about this song, period?
I haven't really got into it. I might have heard it like once, but I laughed when I saw somebody's post. I think it was Excel. Shout out to either Excel posted it or I saw Excel comment on it, and somebody was basically saying like, this is why Nicki don't got a Grammy, because she out here singing shit like Tatiana and this and that, jumping on records like that, making songs. So tell me, what's the history of this? Is this like The whole song says Tatiana. Is it like a twerk song? Is it like?
I guess you could.
I heard Barbie on. Like, what is it?
I guess you could say that it's. I guess if people like it, to me, the only thing that would make sense is you like the beat. And it's it's rhymey or not even rhymey because I feel like it does not rhyme. I feel like it doesn't go with the beat. I feel like it's so off. I feel like all he says is bust down Tatiana. Like, is this where we are today in society where we could really listen to this and make this a hit? Because this literally.
Why do you want men saying bust down and calling you Tatiana? Like, I don't understand.
I could never picture myself in a club. I really thought about that. I'm like, if I was in a club and I was to hear that, I'd be like, ew.
I'd be like don't bust nothing down.
Tatiana. Like this is what we're promoting. That's just what I'm saying. Yo. We cannot be so biased to certain things and then be so oblivious. Like forgiving and oblivious to others. We just can't.
Which I will say,
corny ass
if you don't want to wear brands that'll promote blackface, you shouldn't dance to songs that is calling you Tatianas. That's first off and foremost. Sorry to be a buzzkill. Sorry to be a loser. Third of all, like you said, it's allowing it. It's basically allowing it. And we see what happened to 21 Savage. Because let's say there was an agenda. Let's say there is a hip-hop agenda.
Which they're saying.
They want, like, remember they were saying Future doesn't even drink and do drugs, but he promotes Molly Percocet. 21 Savage was one of those that, you know, promoted stuff like that. XXX, the minute he became positive, he got killed. So it just so happened that 21 Savage does this song about ICE in particular on the Jimmy Fallon show. He edited or he wrote that freestyle like literally that weekend to slide it in on the Jimmy Kimmel show. And ICE said, oh yeah, you think you funny? Okay, and they rolled up on him.
That whole situation was really...
What do you think? You think 21 Savage has millions of dollars and he didn't file his paperwork? He's going through his paperwork. He's clearly waiting on the process just like everybody else who paid for it. But you know what happens? Trump happened. So it doesn't matter if you have 3 lawyers, 4 payments. You could have $50 left to pay off your stuff. Everything is on hold right now because of Trump. This isn't the 90s where people are getting locked up for taxes because they didn't know they had to pay taxes. This man knew what he was doing. Shout out to Jay-Z, who everybody is mentioning, helped them out of a lot of binds. And they always say Jay-Z wouldn't want me to mention it, but he helped Lil Wayne pay his taxes off when he was about to get locked up for that. So he paid some fees towards 21 Savage and Meek Mill. Meek Mill's like, I got money, but I didn't have that money that them lawyers wanted. And Jay-Z helped them out.
I mean, I just feel like with all that money, we shouldn't be thanking you. But
I can't with this girl.
If I'm being honest, I mean, I just feel like people have to help each other out more. We all cry and complain about what needs to get done, but nobody wants to do it. And I think that's so corny. Like, we're really, well, not everyone, but the larger people, the larger group of people.
The ones who could fix it.
Rather stand by and just stand about these things while they're happening. Like Me Too. And then when that came out, everyone's talking about Me Too. And then that passed. Like, that's just what gets me, honestly. Like, let's stop riding waves. Let's actually start doing things. Let's stop complaining and just acting like victims, and let's fucking do things to make this world better. Because talking about it and still going to buy, like, you got me, still supporting these brands, these people, this music, like, it's just retarded.
What I will say, and, you know, I'll say it here because we have a lot of battle rap fans on this channel, so, you know, I don't think I gotta worry too much, but I almost feel like it's hard to speak up on certain things. Like, every time, like you were arguing, you said a comment that wasn't even hateful, negative. You asked a question to try to understand someone with an opposing view, and you had 150 Trump supporters attacking you, saying mean shit. I commented, there was a lady, I don't even want to shout her out again because through her, who went to the Grammys with a build the wall dress. I didn't curse her out. I commented and I said, what did you wear when Obama was in office? How would you feel if they built a wall around us black people? I got blocked from Instagram for 2 hours. I wasn't able to comment on nothing. And I lost 150 followers.
That's...
in 10 minutes, which is why it was noticeable. Because I looked at it and I was just like, damn, like that quick. Like it was I hit 10K already. I was past 10K. And I had the 10.1. That's how I know it was well over 10,000.
That's crazy.
Because it was 10,100 because I was already 10.1K. And I went back. I did something. I was like, yo, I can't comment on nothing. And when I looked at my page to see if like anything was taken down or whatever, that shit said I had like 9,950.
I can't.
A significant difference.
Now, do you think that's Instagram trying to block? Because I do hear from people every now and then saying that Instagram's being shady. Instagram's taking my comments away. If you speak out about certain things, Instagram has a way of just fucking with you. Or do you think that 150 of your followers are...
are supporters.
With the Trump support.
I thought that, but I don't think they would follow her. I don't think my followers would follow her. But this is what I think, because I remember Daylight, shout out to Daylight, having posts saying the more conscious stuff he puts and good stuff he puts, he notices the algorithms and the way
I definitely did see that.
The way it's promoted is totally different.
Like when he came out with his latest project, he said that. He said that all of a sudden when he came out with it, like if he puts a meme up,
it'll get
everyone gets all the likes. But if he puts up the new album where he's consciously speaking and trying to bring
out
a better
people
message,
see it, but it won't. It's like it won't pop up on people's feeds. So I know for a fact, because I read Uber Facts all the time because I'm corny like that.
Uber Facts
is that Twitter is the main app that doesn't have all those people. Not a good 90% of Twitter is bot accounts. They're fake accounts that just promote. They just push promotions, push different things. So, and now I don't know if you remember Tila Tequila. Yeah. When she was saying all this conspiracy shit, she was saying if she goes into a room and writes a comment and you get people that'll comment, the people that'll argue with you half the time are them. She was calling them. But, you know, it would be supporters or people that they put in there to defend shit. Like, let's say, all right, if I'm a company, if I'm a brand, if I'm Nike, and you're commenting saying, fuck these shoes, I hate these shoes, they make my feet hurt. I have Nike representatives typing, acting like they're normal people. Like, no, I just got a pair and I love them. Look at my sister's new pair of Nikes. You can hire people to
I've definitely seen that.
Right.
When you download apps, you can see there's like maybe 3 people that'll be like, oh, I love this app. It's the best. It's the best. And you're like, no, it's not.
Right. So I feel like as soon as you go against those kind of things, they could pull that. So if I had, let's say last time I said something conspiracy theory worthy and they wanted to watch me, those could have been those 150 followers because Leanna said fuck Trump. And then the minute I asked a question about the dress, those 150 unfollow me. If I never get back to 10K, I'm beating her up.
This social media shit is so scary. It's like it has a mind of its own. It's really crazy.
And it like, what if I was one of those people that was like deathly like, oh my God, they messed with my followers. They messed with my brand. I was laughing because I was just like, bro, this bitch is crazy. But that made me realize how people rely on stuff like that too.
Granted.
If I was like a teenager or I was in high school and I had 10K followers and I argued with somebody and my shit went down 150, oh no. No.
Oh no.
It would have been a problem. And it got me thinking how crazy it is to be young in this time.
It is.
Where social media like gets that far.
Honestly, what I was scared of with this generation and where it's headed is, like, we never really know. Like, you know how when you were a kid, I could think of a couple things or a couple instances where either I've done it myself or I've seen other people do it, where everything is almost like for a reason. Everything is like for attention. Everything is for clout. And now it's like we're back to that time. I mean, as a kid, I guess that's what you do. You just always clout chase. You're a kid. You want to be the toughest. You want to be the coolest. You want to be the flyest. You want to be the hottest. You want to be whatever. But I just feel like in this particular moment in time, seeing all the kids, and like my daughter's in school right now. She's in 5th grade. Shout out to my baby.
Shout out to Diamond.
So, but on some shit though, she tells me about the kids in her class. And the things that I hear about 5th graders in her class is just like, what? Like, it's like disgusting. Like, there should be a documentary on how these kids are coming up and how they're talking, what the things that they're doing. I mean, there was a boy that she actually told me about that, and this, I don't care how badly you guys don't want to hear about this topic, I'm going to continue to talk about it.
Right.
So,
might want to do some pop-ups at school.
There was a boy in her class that convinced a girl, because basically what he did was he kind of like, they were in the closet getting their stuff. She happened to be one of the last kids out. He noticed it. So what he did was he kind of pinned her in so she couldn't leave.
That's a charge. Go
and
ahead.
He told her that she had to show him what's under her skirt or what's under her pants, or I don't know the full entire details.
I would have showed him what's under this.
But
was the parents notified?
No.
Still. Get out, and all the kids know, other parents know, and not her parents.
This kid, it's like they in school suspend this kid. That's the whole suspension thing.
No.
You would think by now he would have gotten expelled.
My mother would have burned that school down.
But
dog.
this is why I'm saying you have to be so careful with your kids, and you have to talk to your kids. And I will die tired and continue to say that, because I can only sit here and imagine where this kid came from. I could only sit here and imagine what kind of things this kid has seen already.
I would be that parent where I would be like, hey, I don't know if you know, but your kid. I would have told the girl's mom. I'd have been like, I don't know if she talked to you, because...
Well, she moved out. The girl's mom ended up leaving the school. That's how traumatized the family was. Because the school didn't do anything about it.
Oh, so the girl's parents knew.
Yes.
And she's out of the school.
Yes. Because they did nothing to the boy. The boy is still in my daughter's class. And there is nothing that they can do about it.
I want to tap his little pockets.
And the parents get called.
I want to fake rob this kid.
Listen, so do I.
Like,
but see, my thing, I always go back to...
Grab him, but yo, that's
I always try
scary,
to go back to, like, damn, maybe he grew up without love. Maybe he grew up in a family, because that's, or maybe he's
being abused. Maybe he has a brother or sister or oldest that does that to him, so he feels like he got to do it. Maybe,
because where would he get that from?
Maybe he has it. It could be severe, and it could be light. It could be to the point where he has an older brother that's into porn right now, and he's figuring, okay, I want to know what that is too. Or I just saw a video the other day where a couple was doing it, and their baby was just like chilling on the bed. Chilling on the bed, and the girl's like trying to fling her baby. I can't with this world. And it bothers me that the school did nothing about it. I would sue the school.
And that's always my first thing. And not only that, how many videos do you see of kids getting bullied with black eyes, or cuts on their faces, or blood all over, and the school once again fails to do something about it? Like, can we do something about this? Can we actually put action?
Counseling. If I'm not saying lock the kid up, he's a child. Go figure out what's going on with his parents. That's first and foremost. Put this kid in some type of
hold on,
therapy.
But I believe that if a school was to see that you did that, you should automatically be called into the court system.
You should
foster
be in
families should be the first one to not that that's any better, But no one gives
Let
a
me
shit.
tell you something. If you show up and you smell like Mary Jane, they will call it on you.
Of course.
So I will call it on them. I do not care.
Like
that is serious to me. That is so serious. Bro, we used to go to that school and I would see parents and stuff looking at us because we're tatted loose. Crazy. Okay, in the summertime, you're not expecting this to be someone's mom getting picked up from school. You know what I'm saying? And I see people side-eyeing us.
Always.
But you're not side-eyeing the parents of the child that's pinning people into the corner of the room? Nah, that's not okay. That is not okay. And I think that's a talk that a lot of parents should be having with their kids. It's uncomfortable. And like we were saying, if you don't want to have that talk with your kids, there's plenty of shows.
You have to.
That could break the ice, that could find documentaries, find movies. Think of a movie you watched growing up that made it click.
As uncomfortable as the conversation is, you have to have it. And even, don't be like me. Shout
out to Cece. She said call Board of Ed. They'll do something on if the school
what
is
we
not
talking
doing
about?
Nothing. Oh, let me tell you, snitching. So, there's this little kid in her daughter's school, and he forced some girl. He pushed her in the corner and said, "You have to show me your what's under your skirt."
What?
For her to leave the
her
closet.
family took her out of the school and removed her because the school did nothing about him. And what grade is this?
And this is 5th grade, and she's not the only one that he's been.
He jumped on guys.
He humps boys. This little kid actually hits girls and starts fights with girls.
And your daughter's school,
right? And
how he ain't do no shit like that to her.
I
right?
mean, every now and then he messes with her. He pulls her hair. He calls her names. Like,
but
in my day, that sounded like that's when you liked the girl.
Right.
So you know he can't try with her.
Right. At the
she's
same
a
time,
little girl different. I was gonna say aggressive.
Well,
she ain't be for that type of party, so he knew he had to fight that one. But why?
My thing is, you gotta talk as young. Don't be like me, in the sense that my daughter is only 10 years old. So when it comes to these subjects, I don't feel like I should have to talk about them right now because we're so young. But this is
we were talking about this, I think, last week on the way home. Remember?
Yeah,
exactly. That it's like they're forcing us
to have to talk
to
about
have
things.
these conversations too early.
Right. See,
you know what I mean?
just said that too in the chat.
Yeah.
That it's like
salute to you too, John Michael.
The kids come
Appreciate
back.
you tuning in.
The kids come back knowing more things that you've never talked to them about. Shout out somebody in the chat. We don't see the chat.
Yeah, guys,
so we've been shouting out
Why
our
you can't see the
personal
chat?
I don't know.
We can't.
Y'all should see the chat. Shout out Andrea, our regular Spades.
It's mad.
See stars in the building. Lewis Animal.
Sorry, guys.
Trey
This
Leezy.
is what happens when
Shout out to everybody in the comments.
We
had a whole
quiet.
we had a whole topic today.
Pyru pancakes. I don't know what the fuck
That's funny.
Pyru
on Pyru.
Hashtag Jersey. Hold on, guys, because we
Shout
gotta
out
look
to
at these.
Andrea, always tuned in. Everybody in the comments.
Mike PD MC.
Shout out to
Timothy
you.
Robles. I'm trying to go through it. Oh man, my the second hole's my backyard.
And before
Sleepy
we get out of
Taylor,
here,
did you leave already, my nigga? What's up?
While we're going through the comments, shouting everybody out, let me just stop to say this.
The Princess Amunda's in the building.
Let me just stop to say. Shout out to everybody who caught the pay-per-view last week. Shout out to Uncle who's out there in Orlando. If you want to see any of those interviews and exclusive behind the scenes, because remember, this weekend was a volume 4. So that's pretty much small room. It's not like there was a lot of people there.
Oh, yo, I don't know how.
But it was a lot of people in the small room.
This is the most... I don't know how all these motherfuckers got in, man, but it must have been something.
Was there like a sign that says "Be quiet"? Like you can't cheer.
Yo, who is this? Lewis.
All the battles
Animal.
were dope, and
get some black women up there.
Mama, the blacker than you. I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
Fuck. Yeah, I ain't gonna go. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Maybe
I'm
one day
pretty
I'll
sure.
get some black women up here.
One day, maybe.
So
We know
yeah,
it.
but I still appreciate you tuning in, man.
Damn. The wetback's not minority enough.
Dream Chaser, shout out you, brother.
I'm good enough to be a wetback, but I'm not good enough to be a minority. Nah,
Hey,
I gotta
V.
chill.
I mean, Lee is half black. I'm half black.
Hello.
That's a whole black.
But see, that's the
all
ignorance.
black.
That's the ignorance that we're talking about right there.
Right.
People
right.
that actually think like that to this day. That's the ignorant. That's the problem. That's really the problem.
Very ignorant.
So it's all to the good. But yeah, I don't know how all those people got in, but it was
It was in
a
a
lot of fucking people. Whoever you seen, it wasn't a stage, of course, but whoever you seen on the camera,
Right.
it was that many people off the camera.
That's crazy.
That's abnormal for a volume
right,
event.
right.
Yeah,
So did you like it? I
Loved
mean,
it.
this was totally different.
loved it.
I feel like every battle was good. The only one we missed that I have to watch back on the video on demand is the first one, Chef Trez and Danny.
Trez and Danny was fire.
For the whole night, I'm like, no, we got 2 more battles. We got 2 more. And they said 1 more. I was like, 1 more.
Yo, me too. We like,
But
what?
it's because we didn't realize we missed the
missed
first
it.
battle. So I think they were all great battles. Shout out to everybody
Yes.
who was out there for that. Make sure y'all check that out. And not this weekend, the following weekend, which I'm excited because I have Monday off and I
Band
took off
Legacy.
Friday off. We'll be out in Virginia for Band Legacy weekend. It's
How
gonna be so crazy.
fucking sorry. I should really start crazy. How lit.
I'm excited because obviously nobody knows the matchups besides the PG one. So Band is supposed to be low. Y'all probably won't even see it until they come out on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for the certain people that have told me that they are battling on this, I'm 100% excited. And that's why I was like, I have to go. Because these are like my friends. These are people that you might have thought you were never going to see again on URL. It's people that you've been asking to see. It's matchups that you're going to be like, oh, okay. So I just feel like, and with it being PG events involved in it too, I'm always going to be there to support the up and coming battlers and stuff like that.
A lot of people on those PGs too that I'm looking forward to. Shout out to Burke Bucks, Cave Gang. He was fire in fucking Atlanta on John John's league. And I think he was out in Boston and won the Battle of the Night trophy.
Wow.
And at John John's shit in Atlanta, what was that, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That was his first battle.
Really?
So he went out to
he got
Boston
a
and got a
PG.
goddamn Battle of the Night.
You go, boy.
Shout out my nigga Buck. Word up.
That really is crazy.
He was on fire at John John's shit. I got to see the shit he did over.
Bullpen is
Boston.
definitely our next adventure.
Yes.
Definitely our next adventure.
Yeah, shout out
I
John
really
John.
honestly think the band concept though, like this is like known to me. I'm so
Right.
excited.
Oh,
for
so
what's
you
to
saw
come.
that shit, Andrea? Yes, that was his first fucking battle, and he was snapping.
How about John John's suit scheme?
That
was
that's
fire.
it. Yo, you know what's really fucked up is that I didn't get the pause, but I didn't get to see him actually get dressed.
Oh, okay.
But I do have footage of him walking up the hallway and then walking to the stage. I'm gonna drop that
He
with
did
my
it good. He
I
did
did
it
behind the
really
scenes
good.
shit.
From the
It was
button up.
different.
It
I
was
like
fire.
shit like that.
And
Do
because
y'all know where the
why?
robe came from?
No.
So that's a Versace
Right. So
robe,
I know that. I've seen
but
that.
that came from Yakman.
Oh, okay. That was
So-
the robe that he was giving away. And
yes.
everybody was like, why would they want it after
No.
he sweated in it?
No,
Okay.
he gave him that robe. That was new. He gave him
Oh.
that robe. Evidently, somebody came up with the thing that he won versus Hollow. So I don't know, who said it that like
And
he
he
won.
got a Versace robe.
And he got
I'm
that
about
robe.
to battle somebody.
Yeah. So that's what that
I want a
robe was.
Versace robe.
Yeah.
Fuck these brands. That's what we were
Oh.
just talking about.
Oh,
No.
And that's exactly what you was talking about. How soon a motherfucker forget.
Yeah.
Right. This is
Just
my
talking
point.
about
I
that shit.
love
Now she wanna-
Versace. I love Versace because
That's
of all
funny.
the
So
statues
do
and
I,
stuff,
but
and
if
it's so
we
like
can't keep
Roman.
ranting and raving about these things if we don't make these changes.
Andrea,
That's
you didn't
funny.
like it at all. You know what it is? It's because I have like this OCD Virgo thing, and I liked that once he did the tie and fixed the collar, that suit was pressed. It wasn't.
John was looking fire.
It wasn't like he just pulled a wrinkled shirt out of a bag and put it on. It wasn't like it was a 4X. No, the way everything went in, I was like, oh, he just ironed that.
I thought the tone
that was iron,
that
John.
he was doing it in was so grown and classy.
Right.
Like he wasn't like
yeah.
He was like, yeah, so.
Yo, it being ironed, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, John.
It being ironed was enough for me to be like, he got that. Shout out to Old Red, too. You know, we love us some Old Red. I want to know the behind the scenes tea in Orlando because Old Red put a post like if he was over Florida, he just wanted to battle and go home. Ooh. So I thought the weather was bad. I thought it was raining over there.
It did rain. It rained once the battles started.
Oh, okay.
The day before it didn't rain. The whole earlier the day it didn't rain. It rained like pretty much when the battles started, then it rained. So by the time it was over, you know.
Shit, I'll tell you this. I saw Uber Eats was so lit.
Yeah. Uber Eats.
They
had some other.
They ain't good.
Yeah, they had a lot of food. They had something. I think they had. I know them with Red Lobster biscuits.
I know there's never food when we're there. So shout out to everybody at Band Legacy, Uber Eats.
Shout out to URL.
I hope there's lovely appetite.
I mean, but there was that jerk chicken truck.
Oh my God, the jerk chicken.
Maybe if they don't have food at the venue, they make sure there's something around.
And I heard the venue in Virginia has good chicken. Somebody told me
if it's the same place they do
the top or whatever that is.
Yeah, if that's the same place, if they're holding in the same place they do, what is it, Survivor Series? Yeah, the chicken was bomb in it.
I heard.
That was the first thing she looked up.
That's how you know I'm hungry.
Fuck where we're going. She was like, what's there that we could go and do?
And I wonder if because that's a stage. There's a stage in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, you know, PGs aren't usually on a stage or the band legacy.
Or the band. So
everyone's going to be on the stage?
I have no clue. We're going to find out when we get there.
Is it a big stage?
Big enough. Definitely big enough. Wasn't as big as the one in Queens. It's not big as.
Oh, Missouri. That was.
You know what?
That was crazy.
When Twerk. When Bonnie battled. I'm trying to think of that name of that place in Brooklyn. You know what? It's probably about the size as when JC battled Chess.
Okay.
Y'all were there.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah. We were there. That was
that's about the same size of stage as that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. With the couch in the back.
But the place ain't that big because that place was huge.
Yeah.
I love those couches. I hope they put them back. New couches, of course.
That was lit.
Damn, Dream Chaser said John beat Rum Nitty, Old Red, and Hollow back to back. Damn.
Y'all gonna make me go home and watch these again. There was one that I was like, oh my God. I forgot. I know you were taking a Snapchat, and I feel like every line I was like,
Oh my God. Why do we smoke so much? I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
It wasn't Twerking Charlie. It was another battle. That everything they saw, I was like, oh my God.
Hold on. I got to pull the
We'll
files.
get it together.
Shit. I think Arse and Geechee was the highlight for me.
Was it
Arse and Geechee? It might have been Arse and Geechee.
That was my highlight of the night.
Because I was like, yeah, Arse is disrespectful. Arse, because as soon as he came out, he was disrespectful.
Yeah, Nitty went crazy too. Nitty always go crazy.
Nitty's one of my favorites.
Nitty got so many fucking classics, man.
Nitty is definitely one of my favorites. Nitty is up there. Rum and Suge was fire.
Nope, we were surely talking about John and Twerk.
I mean, you mean John and Old Red?
John and Old Red. Because that's all the videos I have in my phone, so.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm not sure if next week we should do predictions or if next week I have to go shopping for this trip. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. But make sure you guys say what's up to us. If you guys are in Virginia, make sure y'all pull up to Band Legacy weekend.
Yeah, this weekend we got RBE, Math versus Hollow, Big K versus Calico. You got Oops. Oh shit. Oops. My bad. I gotta drop this Oops interview that I got too. That I'm thinking about it. Oops versus Craig Lamar.
Cal's battling. Cal.
Yeah.
And shout out to Coliseum that just had an event this weekend. We
Yeah.
need to go. We keep stunting. We keep saying we're going, then we don't. Last minute something happens.
That's true.
It rains. It's
I've
cold
become
out.
too bougie, man. We haven't been to Coliseum or We Go Hard in a long time. We must commence.
We
And don't
definitely have
forget,
to.
y'all, to go on y'all haven't been on like I put up a lot of fire shit. I just dropped just Twerk, Geechee, and Rum Nitty just politicking in after the battle, you know, drinking,
That's the
smoking,
best.
whatever, and the conversation is fire. I mean,
Those
just
are
the
always the best
conversation is
I hope
fire.
you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like that about us when we're all in Virginia. If you at any time want to turn on your camera and ask us questions,
I'm so fucking
Y'all motherfuckers be
jealous,
the
girl.
furthest away from a goddamn camera. Get me started with y'all in them damn cameras.
Yeah.
nah, this event, I definitely want to get
That's
some
what you said
interviews.
about the last event and the one before that and the one before that.
You know what
Y'all
it is,
motherfuckers
yo?
be chilling.
Once we get there, I look at everybody and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to ask them for interviews. And then once we get into our own zone, but I have an idea that I'll tell y'all after that I want to carry out while we're out there. Definitely get some fire interviews. And I just want to chill. I want to chill with everybody
Good
that
looking,
I don't
John.
get to see all the time. I can't even say the different people because it would give away a lot of the matchups. So that's it. You gotta wait and find out. Come holla at us.
And that is the littest part. You don't. It's almost like when Beyonce.
Litis?
was Beyonce.
Is that a word?
I
Litis?
just
The
made it.
Lydius.
I
The
just made it
Lydius.
up shit.
So
The littest part.
it's almost like when Beyonce dropped the album. Remember, no one knew anything. No one knew it was happening. No one had a date, and it was like boom.
That's the lemonade shit,
And I
right?
feel like
dropped it
that
at midnight.
is what band is gonna be like, exactly to a T. Because we don't know what we're going for. We don't know. Well, we know, but you know, we don't know what's going on. So it's like, ooh. Who are they gonna match up? Who's coming out?
Yeah, that's why I don't want to get drunk
I'm
because I
excited.
might start screaming. I might start pushing
I was drinking
people
in
up.
Orlando.
Yeah? Yeah!
Hold up. You
I was-
nothing. You drink without us.
Yo, I had a cup of fucking wine while we was outside.
Aw.
And you know, that was it.
That was it.
Cause I knew better.
Let's not
better.
forget the New Year's Eve special that we did with Uncle Ross.
wasn't that lit.
Someone happened to drink 3 bottles
We was
right
lit.
along with
We
us.
had
so
fun though.
That one glass just did it.
We had fun.
We're definitely, and we're going to have some fun in Virginia. So
We are.
either a shot or a glass of wine.
Glass of
One.
wine, I got you.
All right.
All right.
It's
No
lit.
take backs. I'm gonna be Lil Vay when we get out there.
Be out there wilding. I'm excited. I found a few museums, but I'm going to have to sneak out in the morning to go because y'all ain't going to be down
I'll be asleep.
to go to the museum in the morning.
I'll be asleep because I'll probably be up late fucking
This one
uploading
will
and
be
shit.
on my bed at 7 in the morning. Like,
There's a Van Gogh museum down the block.
I'm like, yo, I can't live.
Gutter, what up? Sorry,
you,
Gutter, if you
everybody.
just tuning in, we about to bail out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But listen, guys, we got so much more things to talk about next week, right before we go and hit the road. So make sure you guys tune in. We're still debating on what we're about to wear,
Right.
what we're about to bring with us. I just
It'll
love
be
travel.
lit.
I love when we all get to go to events.
We're going to get some behind the scenes footage of Uncle Ra.
Oh, yeah.
We going to ask him some questions.
Yeah, Uncle Rob, we're going to sit you down. Like, how did you feel about this?
We did already, didn't we?
No.
Not in Virginia, we didn't.
Uh-uh.
Thank you, guys. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Love you. Yeah.
Ow. Oh,